Let's look at one simple piece of math most people underestimate: compound growth. Imagine two people. Both invest in the stock market with average historical returns around 7% annually. Person A starts investing $500 a month at age 25. Person B starts investing $500 a month at age 35. Just a 10-year difference. But here's the result. By age 65, Person A ends up with roughly $1.2 million. Person B ends up with around $566,000. Same monthly investment, same market returns. The only difference? Time. And this is where the first major retirement mistake appears. People think, I'll start investing seriously later. But compound interest doesn't care about your intentions. It only cares about when you start. And those early years are the most powerful years your money will ever have. Let's look at two people, Alex and Jordan. Both are 30 years old, both finally saved $10,000, and both feel proud. But their paths slowly start to diverge. Alex feels relief. For the first time in years, money stress fades. So Alex upgrades a few things: a slightly nicer apartment, a newer car, more dinners out. Nothing extreme, just small improvements to enjoy life. But those improvements cost an extra $700 a month, which means retirement investing stays minimal. Years pass. Alex's income increases, but so does lifestyle. At 50, Alex checks retirement savings and realizes there's still a long way to go. Now, Jordan. Jordan celebrates the 10K milestone too. But instead of upgrading lifestyle immediately, Jordan creates a rule. Every raise gets split. Half improves life, half increases investing. Jordan automates $500 per month into index funds, then $700, then $1,000. Not overnight, just gradually. By 50, Jordan's investments have quietly grown for 2 decades, and the numbers look completely different. This isn't about discipline or intelligence. It's about systems. According to retirement studies, consistent long-term investors are far more likely to reach financial independence than people who try to time the market or invest sporadically. Jordan didn't make heroic decisions. Jordan made boring decisions consistently. And boring is incredibly powerful in finance. If you want to avoid the retirement mistakes most Americans discover too late, here's a simple framework. Rule 1. Start before you feel ready. Your first investments will feel small. Do them anyway. Time matters more than size. Rule 2. Protect lifestyle from raises. Every raise should increase investing before spending. Otherwise, lifestyle inflation eats your progress. Rule 3. Automate everything. Retirement contributions should happen automatically. The less decisions required, the better. Rule 4. Use tax-advantaged accounts. Accounts like 401ks and IRAs exist for a reason. They protect your investments from taxes while they grow. Rule 5. Be suspicious of financial products. If something promises quick returns or feels like a shortcut, it usually benefits the seller more than the buyer. Simple strategies win over long timelines. Complex strategies mostly create fees. Retirement isn't really about money. It's about options. The option to stop working when your body gets tired. The option to spend more time with family. The option to say no to jobs you hate. But those options only appear when your money starts working for you instead of the other way around. And the truth is, most retirement mistakes aren't dramatic. They're quiet. They look like normal life. A few extra upgrades, a few delayed investments, a few years of "I'll start later." But over decades, those small choices become massive differences. So if you're watching this in your 20s or 30s or even your 40s, you're not late. You're just early enough to change the outcome. Because the real catch is this: retirement isn't built in one big decision. It's built in thousands of tiny ones. And the sooner you start stacking those decisions in your favor, the sooner your future starts working for you.
You spend your entire adult life doing the responsible thing. You go to work, you pay your bills, you try not to blow money on stupid stuff. Maybe you even start a retirement account. Every paycheck, a little slice disappears into a 401k. You tell yourself, future me will be grateful. And for years, nothing feels different. You're still stressed about rent, groceries keep getting more expensive, your credit card balance somehow creeps up every month. Then one day, it hits you. You check your retirement balance, $47,000. And your first thought isn't pride, it's panic. Because you suddenly realize something terrifying. At this rate, retirement might still be impossible. Here's the strange part. Most Americans who reach retirement age say the same thing. I wish someone told me this earlier. Not investment secrets, not stock tips, just the 5 simple mistakes that quietly sabotage retirement for decades. And the catch? Most people don't realize them until it's already too late. Here's the weird thing about retirement. Everyone talks about it, but almost nobody actually understands how it works. You're told 3 basic rules growing up. Save money, avoid debt, invest for the future. Sounds simple, but reality feels completely different. Because even when people do those things, they still feel broke. You save $500, then your car needs new tires. You pay down your credit card, then groceries jump another 15%. You finally start investing, then the market drops 20%. It starts to feel like you're running on a treadmill. No matter how much effort you put in, you're still in the same place. And here's the part nobody tells you. The financial system isn't built around helping you retire comfortably. It's built around keeping money moving. Banks want you borrowing. Credit cards want you spending. Apps want you subscribing. The economy actually depends on people consuming constantly. So when someone tries to do the opposite, save money long term, it feels unnatural, like swimming upstream. That's why so many Americans reach their 40s or 50s and suddenly realize something terrifying. They worked hard, they did the right things, and yet, retirement still feels far away. According to surveys from the Federal Reserve, nearly half of Americans worry they won't have enough savings to retire. Not because they're lazy, not because they're irresponsible, but because the biggest retirement mistakes are invisible while you're making them. They don't hurt today, they hurt 20 years later. My name is Red, and I'm obsessed with figuring out how money actually works. Not the motivational poster version, not the just buy a latte less version. The real version, the one hiding behind credit scores, retirement accounts, and all those financial rules nobody explains clearly. This channel breaks down the system so regular people can stop feeling like they're losing a game they never learned the rules to. Quick note before we continue. This video is for education and entertainment only. I'm not a financial advisor, and you should always talk to a professional before making big financial decisions. All right, let's talk about the 5 retirement mistakes Americans realize way too late. Most people start their financial life in what I call survival mode. Survival mode looks like this. Paycheck arrives, rent eats half of it, student loans grab another chunk, your credit card whispers, just this once. This phase, retirement feels like a distant fantasy. You're just trying to survive the month. So the first big milestone is simple. Save $1,000, then maybe $5,000, then eventually $10,000. And something strange happens once people reach this point. The financial world suddenly starts paying attention to you. Your credit score climbs, banks start sending offers, investment apps start recommending strategies. Suddenly, you're not just a consumer, you're a customer. And customers get options. But options create a new problem, temptation. You start thinking, maybe I deserve a nicer car. I've been working hard, maybe a better apartment. I should travel more before I get old. And none of these things are bad on their own, but together, they create something called lifestyle inflation. Every raise disappears, every bonus gets spent. Your life improves, but your retirement timeline stays exactly the same. Then there's the psychological trap, decision fatigue. Every day you're deciding spend or save, invest or wait, upgrade or hold off. Eventually, your brain gets tired. And when people get tired, they choose comfort, which usually means spending now instead of investing later. Meanwhile, the system quietly nudges you toward consumption. Credit card rewards, buy now, pay later apps, flash sales, limited time deals. Each one feels small. But together, they slowly delay retirement by years, sometimes decades.